Hello, lesson plan 1 for stages, very top of 2, 3 and 4. So warm up as before and as in the other video on YouTube if you want to have a refresh of it. So the warm up is getting people comfortable. It's also use it with your level 3 and 4s to work on breathing at the side. So taking, if you've got a bar, you can have a hand on a bar, or if not, an arm out front. Just get them used to doing that roll to the side as part of the warm-up. It's quite a good way to introduce it every lesson, even if you haven't got, even if you're not doing front crawl. And then some lengths with legs. So if you've got level 3s at Upton, this particularly you want to be going to the deep end and back if you can, partly to use the pool and partly to get them used to going to the deep end. And they've got floats as well, so they have no way of clinging onto the side. So try and get that as a half length practice. So you can start off with 2 floats, then move to 1 extended, or you can use one of those short woggles or quarter woggles out front, and then work with 1 arm going out front. And remember some of your points about posting letters and getting big strong arms going. Then go into push and glide. There's a couple of videos I'll put on the WhatsApp. There's that lovely Superman. So that's push and glide to the side. And on the video he's going to the side. That might be a bit challenging, but if you get a bit of a push and a glide with that side movement, that would be great. Have a look at the video. Then I'd introduce when you're using your arms, you've always got a bubble arm and a breath arm. So one you're always breathing with and the others you're always blowing bubbles with. So this is for 3 and 4, so you're not introducing bilateral breathing or anything yet. You're just trying to get them used to always breathing with 1 arm. So bubble arm, breath arm, and then a bubble arm. So try and get them doing that. You can use your catch-up arms. That's doing 1 arm, then waiting and getting the next one. That's particularly good with your stage 3s when they're starting just to do that, and gets them to really nice and slow down. There's a couple of little videos that I've put on that WhatsApp. There's like a 4 breath and stand up, which is quite nice. So you just go 1, 2, and you can have your breathing if you want after 2. So breath, bubble, breath, bubble, and then stand. That's quite nice. And then there's a step. There's a push and glide, and you can do 2 arms or 4 arms, and then float on back, and then back onto front. So rolling to breathe again. Any exercises that start getting really nice arm strokes going. And you can choose one of them or 2 of them as you like. There's quite a few to choose from. Then do some full stroke. And you can do full stroke and a tuck and rotate, and then backstroke back. So full strokes, tuck, and then go back to the wall doing backstroke if you like. And then your contrast is breaststroke. So with your level 3s, introduce arms. I call them dive arms. Quite a nice way to introduce them. So the arms you naturally use when you dive. So you can use sinkers here, diving to the bottom, and get them practicing their arms. And get them pushing against the water. Feel how far they can push the water. You could do that exercise that we did before when you push against each other on poolside. So that's your hand, that's the instructor's hand, and that's theirs. And you push against each other. And then practice that in the water as well to get your really nice big breaststroke arms going. You've got hoops now, so you can do a bit of a glide through a hoop going down to fetch stuff up. And there's some hoops that live on the surface, and some hoops that live that are weighted that will go on the floor, so you can do some exercises with them. With your contrast for your stage 4s, you could introduce legs as well, see how far you get, see how far ahead the group are with it. You'll know better. So if they've already kind of got the hands going quite well, you can introduce legs as well and have a go at some full width practice. And then jump in and swim back, or at Birchton Vale, don't jump in. And then you can do jump ins from the steps or from a float, but for the first class you might just not want to do jumping in and sort of not add another thing in. So you could do jumping in and then treading water, or jumping in and floating and practice your different floats. So log rolls, star floats, top floats, all of that. Keep that up a little bit. And that's it. All right.